An interesting match,
It's the
Denny.
opening game
Nicki
between
and
Nicki Gianulias
Leanne
and
Barrette
Leanne
opened up the
Barrette.
match last year in the 89 Fairlanes Capital Classic, which is in nearby Hyattsville. Actually, our Maryland stop at this time of the year. So, however, Nicki went up the ladder and finished third.
Flush strike on lane 13, and one of the stories we want to try and develop here this evening is the fact that the ladies play quite a bit further out throughout the week. Tonight, the lanes appear to be much tighter.
They do. It seems players are going to have to go a little bit more direct, actually almost pointing the ball towards the pocket rather than going away. The only player that's really going away with the ball is Leanne Barrette. She is able to get the ball back. As you can see here, the ball going all the way out
Leanne
to
Barrette.
the third board. Yet she's got that strong roll and is able to come back in the last 10 feet.
So Leanne matches strike for strike in the early stages.
But look at Leanne's game. Now, she's changed recently to a four-step approach. She's trying to go a little bit more straighter in her approach, but look how low she is at the line and just tremendous leverage and roll on the ball.
Leanne averaged 217.5 here on the championship round pair. 4 championship round appearances in 5 events thus far. That's about as good as you can get. A soft 10 that time for Leanne, who would have loved to have opened up with a double.
You bet. You always like to open up with those strikes. However, that ball just not quite driving hard enough in order to get that 6-pin to do the job.
On up the line, Sharon Todd from Bowling Green, Kentucky. She qualifies third. Lori Nichols, number 2. And Michelle Mullen of Matson, Illinois, our top seed this week. Cross lane, no problem whatsoever. Nicki Gianulias, one of the more deliberate players on the national tour.
Nicki likes to take her time, Denny. She's very methodical. She knows what it takes to win, and you've got to concentrate, and she does that. Her last title was in 1989 at the Lady Fairlanes Open in Houston, where we mentioned she broke a 2-year drought with a win there. Starts out here with a double. Nicki also with a 4-step approach. Very basic game, pushes the ball out on the first step, low to the line. A lot of women get all their power from their legs. As you can see here, how powerful and strong her release and follow through are.
She continues to play the direct line, and she opens up with the 3-bagger. Leanne Barrette, just 22 years of age, and already in a short span of time has collected 8 career titles. She's the Lpbt's leading money winner, leading point getter thus far, and leading average.
Well, you asked me when it would stop, Denny, and I mentioned in the opening probably not till next year, just meaning that this lady could actually become bowler of the decade the way that she bowls and her ability.
Just a bad break there. Looked like the head pin went off the wall and came back and nudged the 10, but couldn't quite get it to fall.
A lot of pin action when that happens. Watch the head pin here as it's going to slide against the left wall. Here it comes, but doesn't quite make it.
Well, it appears as if the cross lane spares to the right weren't nearly as difficult this week as the cross laners to the left.
Well, no, when you go across to the left, Denny, you're not sure if the ball's going to hook early on you or else if you're going to hit that oil line and the ball slides. So they made them a little tricky. Leanne Barrette, our runner-up last week, losing to Cindy Coburn in the final match.
And disaster for the Boom players, the 2-8-10.
Exactly, those players that come real hard in the back end, the last few feet of the lane, the ball makes a sharp break. This is the result.
It's okay to hook it if you can get it back and hit the pocket, but an open frame of the 2-8-10 in the 4th puts Nicki Gianulias on top here in the early stages of the Lady Fairlanes Open. And this is while we were away.
Actually creams them for the turkey, as you might say. flush.
Impressive shot for Leanne Barrette. Could cut the lead to just 11 pins if she strikes here in the 8th.
Oh yeah, they jumped their heads.
Well, gives it plenty of room, and she has come back with a 4-bagger.
Two just excellent shots by Leanne.
Michelle Mullen just second after round number 2 and hung on last night to lead by 2 pins. Look at Leanne, started 41st, 29th, made a big move and just kept on heading for the telecast.
That's what we mentioned in the opening, how she started out the tournament slow. Nicki staying right up there most all the rounds.
Clutch shot, pressure shot for Nicki G here now in the 8th to kind of maintain pace.
Doesn't want to make any mistakes and open up the door for Leanne.
Leaves the 2-pin, but that ball was kind of fading away once it headed to the pocket.
Really didn't have the lift on it that time, Denny. Didn't get through that shot and have as much turn on the ball. Ball just in a slide, never getting into that hook. Both of these players have tremendous velocity on the ball. Two of the most powerful players on the tour. Oh. Now we mentioned those left-handed spares, Denny. That's exactly
Nicki,
what
geez, you missed the
Spares to the left side of the lane and got a little bit careless. You could see she kind of opened her hand up to fudge the ball a little bit, and at the last moment the ball takes off, and oh my goodness, best game she could shoot now would be 233. Meanwhile, if Leanne strikes out, she could shoot 245.
Just open the door right up. Costly error there in the 8th frame.
Can't tell you how many 1-pin and 2-pin spares I saw missed here last night in the championship round finals, the final round of the tournament, by players who were missing to the left. And if you weren't very, very careful, if you didn't keep your speed up, same thing happened to Nicki.
Exactly. The ball just hitting the center of the lane and just taking off left.
Well, going to have to gather herself now after a re-rack, and she could still shoot 223, but she needs a strike here to get started.
Coming back with just a great shot right there. Opened up the can on that one.
Maybe opened up the can, but the door swung wide open when she missed the single pin spare in the 8th. Had she spared there, both players would have had 245 possibilities. So a big giveaway. Now let's see Leanne Barrette taking a little extra time to make sure that she strikes here in the 9th. Leanne set it a little short. Up jumps the big 4, and both players are playing giveaway here in the latter stages of game number 1.
No, I don't want it, Denny. You take it. That's just exactly what they're playing. Now, she does set a little bit short, causing the ball to get into a hook a little bit too soon. The ball didn't slide long enough to hold line, and she knows that that was not a good shot. Uh-oh.
Picks up the 6-10 for count purposes. Now a game of 207 if she would strike out. So Nicki Gianulias may need just a mark in the 10th.
Amazing how it changes so quickly.
Leanne's second open of the match. She left the 2-8-10 in the 4th.
Leanne checking out the scoreboard, asking our tournament director, Fran Wolf, what she needs as we take a look at the scoreboard.
There you see a couple of major breakdowns for both players late in match number 1.
Oh.
And that's going to end the evening for Leanne Barrette, who goes big 4, big 5 here. And we're not talking about East Coast college basketball. We're talking about bowling here at Shady Grove.
Well, this is one of the downfalls of having that big hook, Denny. That ball just breaks in so sharply at the last minute. If it doesn't hold line, you can end up with low counts like the big 4 in the Greek church.
Tell you what, it's tough to shoot 184 with a 4-bagger.
I mean, well, 3 big splits in there.
Wow. Well, Nicki Gianulias needs 1 pin here in the 10th frame to advance, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. And
think she'll get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel real confident.
Thought we were going to see
definitely
another
fine.
big four.
That's enough. The fans are a little stunned here. I think they felt like Leanne may just take it right off the sheet and head into game number 2. Meanwhile, Nicki has to feel extremely fortunate.
Well, a lot of times, Denny, too, you let up on your speed just a little bit and the ball just breaks real sharply for you. So you want to maintain that velocity on the ball.
Leanne will finish up 5th here this week after finishing 2nd last week, and it'll be off to Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. For the 22-year-old right-hander. Meanwhile, Nicki Gianulias with a strike would shoot 213, and her thoughts now turn to game number 2 and Sharon Todd.
Well, Nicki's got an advantage here, Denny. She sees how the lanes are changing. She knows the mistakes she's made. She just has to bear down and throw some strikes.
As many bad breaks as Nicki Gianulias has received in the championship round over the past couple of years, she's overdue to get a couple of good ones.
I think she has the mere second place finishes on our tour. If not, she's darn close.
She's seen that runner-up position a few times too many, I can tell you that. So Nicki G with a strike and a 213-184 victory over Leanne Barrette.